It's country music time again. Now, that could mean a lot of things, and I could use this opportunity to talk about the way that country music has taken southern/rural pride to an annoying level of self-congratulation for simple facts of life like not being from a big city. He can't even pay to hook. But that's not the kind of music we'll be talking about today. Or I could talk about how, in comparison to the ever shallower worlds of pop and rock and hip-hop, country music, whether you agree with it or not, has become the only mainstream genre that actually agrees to even acknowledge the politics and economic conditions of our time, particularly with our war veterans and our unemployed. Cost of living's high, going up. But no, that's not what we're talking about either. Or on the flip side, I could be talking about the way that country music has, particularly with its male singers, become increasingly obsessed with good time partying and drinking and hot girls, so much so that it's starting to reach hair metal levels of debauchery. But no, we're going to talk about something else, because, you see, I don't really cover country music. I cover pop music. And so the country music I'm going to cover is the only country music that ever crosses over to the pop world nowadays. Sedate, unthreatening, mid-tempo ballads presented as innocently as possible. Now this week we're talking about Lady Antebellum. And let's be clear about this, Lady Antebellum are a pop act. In 2010 they had both the second best-selling single and the second best-selling album of the year. They're one of the most popular acts in music right now. In fact, I think I'd have a hard time arguing that they're a country act. The group I've seen the most compared to is not any other country singers, but actually Fleetwood Mac. So somewhere in between Fleetwood Mac and the Dixie Chicks is where you'll find Lady Antebellum. And so they deserve to be evaluated not just within the margins of their genre, but as one of the biggest names in music. It's a quarter after one, I'm a little drunk and I need you now. Now, in a previous video, I declared their biggest hit, Need You Now, as my favorite pop song of 2010. And if you didn't watch that video, I'd be happy to send you a few drunken 2 AM voicemails explaining why. And I also quite like their heartfelt love song, I Run To You. And also, again, they remind people of Fleetwood Mac, which is nothing but a compliment as far as I'm concerned. What I'm saying is, before this episode, I could reasonably call myself a fan, but I still really wasn't all that familiar with their work, so in preparation for that, I listened to all their albums so that I could really understand this band and where they're coming from, and my conclusion is that they're alright. They're not awful. Sad to say that Need You Now might be the only song of theirs with a pulse. Also, Fleetwood Mac might not be the best comparison. A better comparison might be Bryan Adams, or Richard Marx. Also, if you put Lady Antebellum Radio on Pandora, you will get the most boring country station imaginable. They don't do a whole lot of line dancing, they don't drink a lot of beer, they don't kick a lot of ass, they're just... I don't know. Of course, I didn't have a problem with them at all until I heard Just a Kiss, Lady Antebellum's second biggest charting hit, and by far their worst. Now, they released this like 9 months ago, but like most country crossover hits, it took forever to get to pop radio, and like most soft rock hits, it never goes away. And then again, maybe I just hear this more often on the pop stations around where I live. The hottest nightclub in this city is a Waffle House, so Lady Antebellum might be a bigger deal down here, but I hear this song all the time. Now remember, I liked this band. I think they're capable of so much, but this is awful. Matter of fact, I kind of hated it from the opening notes. Wait, what is this reminding me of? Chicago. This reminds me of Chicago. It's Chicago. This reminds me of Chicago. I'm fine. Let's go on. No, actually, let's not go on. Let me just tell you what Just a Kiss is about, or more accurately, what it's not about. Like, they're on a date, I guess, and they're both really hot for each other. Feel the passion, ooh, feel the heat in the air, ooh. I'm so turned on for this, I need to pour some ice water down my pants. But she's gonna send him home with a kiss instead of inviting him into the bedroom for a little something something. Because they shouldn't rush this. We don't need to rush They're not gutsy enough to actually even say the word sex, but that's what they're talking about, and let me put it like this. This is not a topic I particularly want to hear songs about. Like, if I'm gonna live vicariously through popular music, I would in fact like to hear some good old-fashioned music about getting it on, because I'm a lonely guy, okay? Like this pillow right here, this is my girlfriend right now, so I don't really have any use for something like this. It's like watching a Schwarzenegger movie where he saves hostages with delicate diplomatic negotiations. No. No.
Know that if we give this a little time, it'll only bring us closer. Just a kiss on your lips in the moonlight, just a touch of the fire burning so bright.
I'm just listening to this song and I'm thinking of that Billy Joel song, Only the Good Die Young. You know that one, right?
They say there's a heaven for those who will wait. Something says better, but I say it ain't.
Yeah, a light rock song released 3.5 decades ago by this man.
Good night, my angel, time to close your eyes.
Is sexier and edgier than a song by one of the biggest acts in the world in 2012. What the hell is going on?
Baby, I'm alright, but just a kiss, good night.
Now, there have been other songs about waiting before doing it that I can think of off the top of my head, the most notable being Let's Wait a While by Janet Jackson. I admit, I think that song is very pretty, but I have problems buying that message from Miss Wardrobe Malfunction herself. I guess I do find it more believable from the much more middle-of-the-road Lady Antebellum, but still, their biggest hit was about booze-fueled late-night booty calls. Artistically, this is not progress. Normally, I really like how Lady Antebellum used both a male and a female vocalist, but here it really just doesn't make sense. It would make sense if one person was not ready and the other one was like, I understand, and I'm okay with that. But in the song, they both just bring it up right at the same time.
When I'm holding you in my arms,
But we don't need to rush this, let's just take it slow.
Like, just imagine two people full of love and excitement, looking right into each other's eyes, romance in the air, and then they both start singing, "Let's not have sex." What?
Just a touch of the fire burning so bright.
If this was a song about a really hot kiss, that'd be one thing, but they spend more time on the things they're not gonna do, and even if you're not gonna go all the way, you can at least round second base, right? Now, if Selena Gomez or Taylor Swift or somebody young released this song, that'd be one thing, but you guys, you're adults. You've clearly been to this dance before. You can't front 15, lady. You're the oldest sounding people on pop radio, and that's including Madonna's new song, and she's in her 50s.
But we don't need to rush this, let's just take it slow.
Well, you don't need to not rush it either.
Just a kiss.
Unless you do. Do you? Why? What's your damage? Did you get burned by some guy in the past? I mean, if this was a hip-hop song, I just automatically assumed that was the case. Those guys are assholes. But country guys, they're nice.
Walked right through that restraining order and put her in intensive care.
Well, mostly they're nice. At the very least, if you're scared of moving too fast, I'd at least like to know why. You can't just give me a song about keeping your clothes on without some kind of justification, damn it!
It'll only bring us closer to the love we wanna find.
Yeah, sure, it'll bring us closer. That's not a real reason. That's a euphemism for, I'd like to be more sure that you're not a serial killer, or don't have a horrible disease, or sleep on Darth Vader's sheets. I mean, don't bullshit me, okay?
I know it's time to leave.
She'll be in my dreams.
Yeah, you'll be in my dreams. But not in my pants. Why am I listening to this? Why would anyone listen to this? Why? What reason would someone have for liking this boring, ballsless, sterile piece of sh**? Todd? Oh. Hi, Jesus. Aren't you forgetting a little someone? Someone important? Right, yes, I guess this song would be very popular with the many devout followers of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm just saying... Do you disagree with the song? Well, I mean, the reason that I said, "Are you promoting fornication?" Oh, Todd, I expected so much more from you. You, Todd, who have done so well to keep your body chaste for the past 7 years. Oh. Do you have a problem with songs about moral values? Todd, you have done such good in the world by denouncing the many songs that promote such immoral behavior. Yeah, I know I blast a lot of stupidly raunchy songs that I come across, but that's because they're stupid. I mean, I know bedrock is awful, but that doesn't mean the exact opposite is going to be any better. And just because I wouldn't like being frozen to death doesn't mean I want to be set on fire. Enough! No more promoting promiscuity. I demand you say something positive. Yes, my lord. Okay, yes, there is nothing wrong with waiting if you're not ready. I can't emphasize this point enough. Fellas, if she wants to wait, be cool.
Oh, baby, it's bad out there.
Say what's in this string.
But there's no...
Yeah, see that? Yeah, like, try and be the diametric opposite of that. And you know what? That goes for the girls too. You know, sometimes the guy isn't ready and you shouldn't push him. It happens. My point is, that's not why this song doesn't work. There's no emotional logic to this song, I guess. I can't hook into this song in any way, and that was not true about Need You Now. And Need You Now didn't provide me with any details about why they're so miserable, or why they're drinking, or what their relationship is, or where they are, or anything, but I still feel like it's a real situation. Now, you go back and look at Let's Wait a While.
On that very first night, it wasn't quite right.
Now that song actually seems like it's from the point of view of someone who has real reasons for wanting to just cuddle, you follow me? Hell, she even sounds nervous. You know, like a real person in that situation would be. That's a good song, but just a kiss? Like, I don't see a song about two people who have any reason to be nervous or cautious. This isn't a love song, it's an after-school special. If there's anything that makes it come off as a sermon and not a story about people, it's that last line.
Let's do this right. Just a kiss goodnight.
Let's do this right. So remember, if you hook up before the 5th date, you're doing it wrong. Eat me. Now let's be clear about this. If you need to be sure you're with the right person, that's one thing. But if you are with the right person and you're safe and you got no diseases and you don't have any hang-ups or anything, sex early on isn't going to ruin anything. And if you do have hang-ups, I mean, fine. But if you're just waiting because you're supposed to, well, I don't know what to tell you. That's not a song. Todd, did the words eternal damnation not mean anything to you? Sorry, Jesus. I'm not trying to insult anybody, but... You know what, Jesus? I don't even know why you're here. This isn't a religious song. That might actually give it a reason to exist. Now, this is for the family values crowd. The crowd that wants the safest, most edgeless music possible. And this is what parents want their kids to be listening to. And if this is the kind of lecturing old person crap that Auntie Lady Bellum want to sell, well, they can at the very least keep it from cluttering up my pop shit, okay? Good night. Jeez. That guy needs to get laid.